Hi everybody, it's Crystal. So today I'm going to be showing you a stitch tutorial. Now this is called the Pebble stitch. It's a very easy stitch to do, and it has very nice little puffs there that you can see. So it gives a good definition there to whatever project that you want to use it for. It's a nice solid stitch. It would work well for pot holders, placemats. You can make a nice warm sweater out of it. Pretty much anything that you wanted it. And this is what it looks like on the opposite side. It's just pretty plain there. So I think as long as you know how to do the single crochet, I'll teach you how to do the puff stitch, which is very simple. So let's go. If you got the basics down of crochet, you'll be able to do this. You got this, and you make scarves out of it and whatnot, whatever you want. So let's go and get started. I'm going to go ahead and move this to the side, and I'll show you what yarn I use for my tutorial here. I'm using Red Heart Super Saver Ombre, which is a medium weight number for 100% acrylic, and the color that I'm using is called True Blue. Now remember, you would use any yarn depending on whatever project that you're making. And for this particular stitch tutorial, I'm going to be using a size J, which is a 6mm crochet hook. So the Pebble stitch is done in a multiple of 4 plus 2, which means that your beginning chain needs to be evenly divisible by 4, however long you want it, whether you want a blanket or a scarf, evenly divisible by 4, and then you add 2 more to your base chain. So let's go ahead and start with a slip knot on our hook. And then you can start chaining in 4s. 4, 4, 4, 4. So for however long that you want it to be, depending on whether you're making a blanket, pot holder, scarf, whatever. But once you get it as long as you want it to be in multiples of 4, you add 2 more to it. So multiple of 4 plus 2. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start row 1. We're going to do a single crochet in the second stitch from our hook. So we do not count the one that's on our hook. So this would be number 1 and this would be number 2. And go ahead and do a single crochet into that second stitch. And then we're going to work along and we're going to put 1 single crochet in every stitch of the chain. Just like this. So row 1 is just 1 single crochet in every stitch until you get to the end of your row. Alright, so I've made it to the end of row 1, and we're going to go ahead and start row 2. So rows 2, 3, 4, and 5 are the repeat rows. It is a 4-row repeat, but the repeats are very similar. So we're going to go ahead and chain 1 for row 2, which does not count as a stitch. It doesn't count as anything, and turn our work. We're going to go right back into this very first stitch right here, this very first one, and we're going to put a single crochet into that stitch. Like that. And now the next stitch we are going to put a puff stitch. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to do the puff stitch for this particular pattern. It could be made many ways, but this is how we're going to do it for this one. We're going to yarn over and we're going to go into the next stitch and draw up a loop. And we want to do that 3 times. So that was number 1. Again, we're going to yarn over, go into the same stitch, draw up a loop, kind of bring your loops up all about the same size. That was 2 times. One more time, we're going to yarn over, go into the same stitch and draw up a loop. So that was 3 times we did that. And now you have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 loops on your hook. Yarn over and go through all 7 loops that are on your hook, like that. And give it little tug if you want to make it tight, and we're going to single crochet into the next stitch. And that is the repeat for row 2. And so we're going to do it again. We're going to go ahead and put a puff stitch into the next. Alright, so we're going to do that again. We're going to yarn over, go into the next stitch, and draw up a loop. We want to do that 3 times. So that was 1, yarn over, go into the same stitch, draw up a loop. That's 2 times. One more time, yarn over, go into the same stitch. That would be 3 times, and you will have 7 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yarn over and go through all 7 loops. You can give it a little tug if you want, tighten it up, and go into the next stitch and single crochet right into it, just like that. Alright, so we're going to do it again. We're going to pop into the next stitch. So yarn over, go into the next stitch, draw up a loop. We want to do that 3 times. That was number 1. Yarn over, go into the same stitch, draw up a loop. That's 2 times. Yarn over and go into the same stitch, draw up a loop. That is 3 times that we have done that. 7 loops on our hook. Yarn over and go through all 7. You can give it a little tug, and then go into the next stitch and single crochet. So this is the pattern that we're going to repeat for row 2. Puff stitch into the next, and then single into the next after that. So puff, single, puff, single, puff, single, until you get to the end of the row. Alright, I'm coming to the end of row 2, and you should be able to complete a complete repeat. So I just did a puff stitch here. I have 1 stitch remain. Go ahead and single crochet into that last stitch. That'll end row 2. So we'll go ahead and start row 3. We're going to chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and turn our work. Now when you turn the work, you will see there's our puff stitches. Our puff stitches are actually worked on the opposite side. So we just did the puff stitches, and when we turn our work, this is the right side of our work, and we can see our puffs. So we'll go ahead and begin row 3. Row 3, we are going to do a single crochet into the very first stitch, and then we're going to work 1 single crochet into every stitch until we get to the end of the row. So if you look, you can see we're going on top of the puff and single crocheting and into the single crochet from the previous row. And then on top of the puff, we single crochet and into the single crochet from the previous row. So 1 single crochet on the top of every puff and in every single crochet from the previous row until we get to the end. Alright, I've made it to the end of row 3, and we're going to go ahead and start row 4. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. That chain 1 does not count as a stitch. We're going to do another row of puff stitches, but we need to make them catty cornered. So as you can see, they are catty cornered. So in order to do that, what we will do is single crochet into the first stitch, and then we're going to single crochet into the next stitch. And now we're going to start the repeat for row 3, which is a puff stitch into the next, and then single crochet into the next. Again, puff stitch into the next, and single crochet into the next. And we're going to repeat this pattern, puff stitch into the next, until we get to the last 2 stitches, single into the next. Now it's okay if your work is kind of twirling up. It'll do that for a little while until you get more rows built up on it, and then it will stop. Mine did that for quite a few rows, but then it started to lay straight, as you can see. So don't worry about that curl. It's just something you gotta put up with. So just go ahead and repeat the puff and single, puff stitch, and then single on the next, puff in the next, single on the next, until you get to until you finish your last puff of the row. You'll have 2 stitches that remain, and that's where I'll meet up with you. Alright, I'm coming to the end here of row 4, and I just did my last puff, and I have 2 stitches that remain. I want to put a single crochet in each of the last 2 stitches. So 1 single crochet here and 1 single crochet here, and that will match the beginning where we started out with 2 single crochets before we started our puffs. So let's go ahead and do row 5, which is the final row of repeat row. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. That's what it looks like. It's looking good. And this is a single crochet row, just like row 3. So we're going to single crochet into the very first stitch. Remember that chain 1 does not count as a stitch here. And then we're going to single crochet into every single crochet and the top of every puff, just like we did before, until we get to the end of our row. Just like this. So I'll meet back up with you at the end of row 5. Alright, I've made it to the end of row 5, and that's it. So you just want to repeat rows 2, 3, 4, and 5. So for row 6, I'm going to repeat what I did for row 2. That's where I chained 1 and I turned, and we're going to do our puffs, but remember we need to do them catty-cornered. So this time I'm going to put 1 single crochet into the very first stitch, and then I'll do my puff into the next. So when you're doing the puff stitch rows, 1 puff stitch, you will start with 1 single crochet at the beginning and end with 1 single crochet. And on the other puff stitch row, you'll start with 2 single crochets and you'll end with 2 single crochets on the end, and that will make it catty-cornered. Now if you don't like the catty-cornered effect and you want them to be like stacked on top of each other, just make them all start with 1 single crochet instead of doing 2 single crochets on one row, 1 single crochet on the next. That's completely up to you, but the pebble stitch is traditionally done with the catty corner effect, but you can change it up. It's your pattern, you do, or it's your design, whatever you're making, you do it however you want. But I hope you enjoyed my tutorial, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You look at the link below, there is a playlist with over 1,000 crochet tutorials on it. Hopefully you can find something there that you enjoy and want to make. I have anything that you could ever want to make in multiples of them. And until next time, have a good day everybody. Bye bye.